Hey everyone, today I'm checking out the Continuum Mini Gamer RGB PC, and honestly, it's a really solid tiny gaming desktop that punches above its weight. But let me explain why. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this thing is small, like, seriously small. It's only 0.7 cubic feet, so it can sit on your desk without taking up half your space. But don't let the size fool you, because inside you've got an AMD Ryzen 7 5700X with 8 cores and 16 threads. That's more than enough power for gaming, streaming, or even some light video editing. I've been running Cyberpunk 2070 on it at high settings with no issues, and it stays cool thanks to the tiny liquid cooling setup they've got inside. Now, the GPU is where this little machine really shines. It comes with an NVD Geforce RTX 5060 that's packing 16GB of GDDR7 memory. That's a ton of VRAM for the price, and it means you can run modern games at 1440p without breaking a sweat. I tried out a few demanding titles like Alan Wake 2 and Forza Horizon 5, and everything ran smooth with high frame rates. Plus, the RGB lighting on the case looks really cool. It's got that infinity mirror effect that makes it stand out in any setup. Memory and storage are no joke either. You get 32GB of DDR4 RAM, which is more than enough for multitasking, and a 2TB NVMe SSD for fast load times. I've got a ton of games installed, and everything loads almost instantly. No waiting around for textures to pop in or levels to load, it's all just there. And if you're worried about running out of space, you can always add more storage later since the case has room for extra drives. One thing I really like about this PC is how quiet it is. Even under load, the fans don't get too loud, and the liquid cooling keeps the temps in check. I've had it running for hours during long gaming sessions, and it never felt like it was about to overheat. That's a big deal if you're someone who likes to game for hours without interruptions. Another cool feature is the Wi-Fi built right in. No need for extra dongles or cables, just plug it in and you're online. That's super convenient if you're setting this up in a spot where running an Ethernet cable isn't an option. Plus, it comes with Windows 11 Pro pre-installed, so you're good to go right out of the box. No fumbling with licenses or installations. Now, I should mention a couple of things that might not be for everyone. First, the case is really small, so if you're planning to upgrade components down the line, you might run into some limitations. It's not impossible, but you'll need to check compatibility carefully. Second, while the RGB looks great, it's not as customizable as some other setups. If you're into fine-tuning your lighting, you might find it a bit basic. Overall, though, this is a fantastic little gaming PC for the price. It's powerful, compact, and looks great on a desk. If you're in the market for a pre-built that doesn't take up your whole room, this is definitely worth considering. Link is below if you want to take a closer look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Continuum Mini Gamer RGB PC computer NVD Geforce RTX 5060 16GB, AMD 8-core Ryzen 7 5700X CPU, 32GB DDR4 RAM, 2TB NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi, Windows 11 Pro tiny liquid-cooled gaming desktop sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like CPU, AMD Ryzen 7 5700X processor, 8 cores, 16 threads, 3.4 GHz in GPU, NVD Geforce RTX 5060 Ti, 16GB GDDR7 dedicated memory, could actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Continuum Mini Gamer RGB PC computer NVD Geforce RTX 5060 16GB, AMD 8-core Ryzen 7 5700X CPU, 32GB DDR4 RAM, 2TB NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi, Windows 11 Pro tiny liquid-cooled gaming desktop usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.